Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope all of you are having a great time out there.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
The LongWalker clan here. We're just set here just as our family having a nice Thanksgiving dinner. We've prepped most of it, just little bits that are still cooking. But I'm down at the bottom. I'm a little tiny box. But we're going to go over some woke material today and just see what's
let's see what's current in the news.
Yeah.
And we're gonna eat, and we invite you to join us to eat.
Yep.
Right now I'm still cooking. Guru is going to help me cook.
My Guru's not gonna eat.
That's why we'll go over some content
We don't
and
have to eat on
see what we got.
I'll get them a nice ASMR.
But yeah,
So-
we're gonna go through the freshest stuff that's on LongWalker's feed.
Yep.
Right? Your suggested page.
Yes.
And everything.
And we figure this way, if there's anybody out there that was alone this holiday, you didn't have to be so alone. You can join us, and we'll gladly accept anybody to come and
Sit at our
be here.
table.
Yes.
Which is actually just as a bed.
Bed. We'll fill the bed up if we have to. It's fun.
But we are a tiny monastery, but we welcome all brothers and sisters to join us this day. And let us know what you're thankful for.
Yes, always.
And we'll share about what we're thankful for as we kind of go with this.
All right. One of my first things is Mike versus everyone 20 hours ago, Clown World. Otherwise, it's NASA Live, and I don't think we want to watch that. Oh, yeah, even the most. He's walking around.
He has no choice.
And he's not walking.
Being walked around there.
Let us know what you're eating today, too, if anything.
Yes. Yes, tell us what you have made up, who you're spending it with, what you're thankful for. We're here.
And hell, even tell us of your negative experiences of the past.
Exactly.
Whatever you want to talk about.
If you like Thanksgiving, if you don't like Thanksgiving, I mean, there could be reasons for that.
Yeah. In between videos, we'll share.
Maybe something bad happened on Thanksgiving.
Wow, look out there. All right, dude,
No one actually knows what to say.
That really felt like it fit me and really felt comfortable. So yeah, ZZM. Got a new little button and everything. Z with an X, but it's pronounced Z. So Z in place of they, Zem in place of them.
There we go.
Zir in place of their. Yeah, I'll definitely post more about
Do we know how
neo
to
pronouns and
if
ZZM
people want to
pronouns,
call
but
in and say
just
stuff
wanted to post a little update and say Happy International Pronouns Day.
doing it.
Peace.
What the hell did you just say?
And I thought that I would share a life change of my own. I haven't posted in a while, so I thought I'd share with you all that I have changed my pronouns.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares! Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares! Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody freaking cares! Nobody cares!
Now, in the real world, a life change would be getting married, buying a
Which is
house,
on
having
SpongeBob
a
for
baby,
while.
perhaps even getting a puppy. However, if you are one of these narcissists in the LPD, damn it.
LGBTQ2+.
Isn't that exactly what I just said? Whatever, if you are one of the narcissists in that community, your big life change is your pronouns. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy liberal meltdown clown world update for you guys today. And as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this is Tammy. Now, Tammy is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a transbian or trans lesbian. Now, Tammy will only date cis lesbians and only use ladies' restrooms. Wait, what?
You were just saying.
What the Buffalo Bill?
Let's keep it moving with this young lady who says the red heart emoji has been destroyed for her because she equates it with MAGA.
No, I don't need it. I need to listen here then.
Does anybody else feel like the red heart emoji has been totally ruined for them after this week? I did not realize until Wednesday that I have a habit of ending every text, DM, email, etc. with a red heart emoji. And now I feel like a red heart emoji implies MAGA. And so I no longer know how to punctuate my sentences. I guess I'll have to go back to using like an exclamation mark. What emoji are we using now in lieu of the red heart? Because the red heart for me is dead, at least for a while.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
Okay? That is just stupid.
Next up, we have this blue-haired young lady making fun of how Trump supporters look.
This is more all about Trump supporters.
Does she not own a mirror? Roll it.
Hey MAGA, how come all you look like you got rejected by God as a sacrifice?
Next up, we have this young lady who is excited to make people's lives miserable if they voted for Donald Trump. What a terrible person.
I just very quickly came on here to say that I'm so excited for and I fully support this movement of making mainly men's lives, but really anyone who voted for Trump's lives miserable.
Remember this one. Right?
I'm really enjoying all this content about tormenting them. So keep it up.
I mean, why you gotta be such a bitch?
And next up, we have this lovely young lady who has a favor to ask of those who voted for Trump. Roll it.
Okay. No, but there's that woman.
If you voted for Trump, I want you to go do me a favor right now, okay? Go to the bathroom.
Trump supporters.
Take a shit.
I'm loving you. Like,
put your head in the toilet and flush. And if you don't go down, try again.
She seems nice.
Next up, we have this bleeding heart liberal who can't seem to grasp the concept of why countries have borders. She thinks anyone and everyone should be able to pour into this country whenever they want, for whatever reason they want. Now, I have a feeling that a lot of these people are going to have a change of heart once they start to see the consequences of our open border policies over the past 4 years, but maybe I'm wrong. Roll it.
Can someone smarter than me help me very genuinely understand why I'm supposed to care if people immigrate to the U.S. illegally? Like, obviously some people are just racist and some people are just stupid. But even like left-leaning people say, you know, well, you got to do something about the border. Why? I don't understand why this should bother me in any way if as many people as want to come here. So if somebody could help me understand that, that would be great, because right now I just don't know why I should give a shit.
People this stupid shouldn't be allowed to live.
Next up, we have this lady who is actually losing clients at the hair salon she works at because of her anti-Trump TikTok tirades. Roll it.
They're dropping like flies. I lost another one of my clients today who clearly was a Trump supporter. And they sent me a message. They never cancel their appointment. They don't have the courage to cancel their appointment. And it's just fucking rude. But anyway, she messaged me after I had messaged her, like, hey, I had you done at 3, just making sure you're on your way.
Losing
making sure you're
clients
okay.
because of their Trump supporters. And
she wrote back,
rants.
Dear Tiffany, spelled my name wrong.
About it. And
I am so sorry that this last election has upset you so much as to elicit the hateful public post you made on TikTok. Not once, but twice. I have really thought highly about you, and your posts have broken my heart. Since you have made it clear how you feel about anyone who doesn't share your opinion, I feel you have left no opinion but for me to move on. I wish you the best, and I am terribly sorry. So, just continuing to lose clients, and I would rather go work at Chipotle, and I was not lying when I said that I was headed to my Chipotle interview, because I did apply to Chipotle because I'm not going to ask for a handout, and it's been a rough year. I'm a single mom, and my ex-husband does help me out a lot during this time because I refuse to ask for help. But I would rather go and do what I need to do and work at Chipotle after my 22-year career in this industry and refuse to let people feel comfortable in my space to support racism, homophobia, and misogyny and rape. I would rather go work there than have people feel comfortable in my space with that and that mentality.
Because she's an idiot or she's insane.
Hey guys, real quick before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. I wonder what Thanksgiving dinners are like at this fella's house. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor is none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. Pastor Bob, thank you so much, sir, for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support.
Yeah, exactly.
And the second sponsor of today's video is the Etsy store, Red Clover Fields. Now, many of you know that is my wife's Etsy store, and she's got some fantastic stuff on her website. Stuff I use every day, and I swear by it. So if you're looking to take control of your health and maybe get away from some big pharma products, definitely go peruse her store. I will put a link to that in the description box below. So once again, today's video sponsors are Pastor Bob Rogers and the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough of this for one day.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine that. That is just downright disgusting. The nose alone, I could not imagine getting that much air in through your nose holes.
The sinus,
You would be in danger.
the infections. That's crazy. Now you know why I thought I was in a damn thumbnail.
Yeah. I mean, you just basically cut this part off right here.
Right here, like right here.
See, dude, this part.
Like right here.
No, right. That piece right there.
Right there. Yeah.
Is what he
Just
cut
the
off.
cartilage there.
Yeah.
If this is the stuff nightmares are made of, get this off the screen, please. Ugh.
Spending Thanksgiving with monks.
What the f was that?
All right, next up. So this individual who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman has a solution to the bathroom debate. Roll it.
I think if every trans woman who was arguing on TikTok Live currently about whether or not trans women are valid in female spaces just went into a woman's bathroom, peed standing up, looked at a turf while walking out, and said "fucking cry about it," we'd live in a better world.
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
Yes.
Next up, we have this young lady who does these TikToks where she gets on planes and complains about what little space she has because she's huge. Anyway, here she's complaining that she has to pay for 2 seats when she's literally taking up 2 seats. Roll it.
She doesn't pay for 2 seats.
I'm sorry, but if you literally take up 2 seats,
You should have to pay for it.
you should have to pay for it.
I said first.
It's not for the plane to accommodate your large size just because you do whatever it is that's making you that way.
The reason why I think we should have try to pay for half a seat because we take up half a seat.
I'm gonna say, by that logic,
I know.
Him and I, we can actually probably you and I, or him and you, could probably still sit
Yep.
in one seat.
In one seat together, and we would make up one person from what they classify as that.
Yeah,
Compared
so
to these people who take up
we
like
should
5
get
seats at once.
half the price.
We should,
By that
yes.
logic. Okay, make that up. I'm gonna hop down. Remove the Emos.
What's actually outrageous here is that we're forced to pay twice for the same accommodation anyone else gets with just 1 ticket. This isn't about giving fat people more, it's about accommodating basic needs in Canada. They have a one person, one fare policy because they get it. In Canada, people who need more space aren't paying extra. They're paying for the space their body needs, no extra charge for something that should be
But
basic.
what if the plane's full?
Meanwhile, in the US, fat people are still being forced to pay double for what should be standard accommodation. And let's not forget, airline seats keep shrinking every year.
No, but come on. Why should an airline have to make up the extra of what you will not lose? That's not their problem when their seats are still the average size for the average person.
The average person actually that big now. It's true. I'm honestly not gonna lie. The average McDonald's eater.
Oh yeah, of course.
Human weight.
Same point that I had.
Human population is actually increasing a lot because of each person is actually 2 people.
If it was like a legitimate like health thing and they were going to something health related, I can see maybe be given a break for some of this shit.
Yeah. Well, then have the insurance cover it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like there's gotta be some.
That's fine.
For that.
And because this person was saying, well, in Canada we can fly wherever and it's accommodated to this, how you are, not by. But like, what about the full planes are full? I mean, how would they include that? They don't know your size. Right. So if you needed 2 or 3, I mean, how would they know how to book the plane?
Right.
Then it doesn't make sense to me.
Making it even harder for people who already need extra space. Why is it that other countries, like Canada, recognize this as a basic need, but here in the US, airlines are still making money off our discomfort? It's time they stop profiting from our bodies and start treating everyone fairly.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Yeah, she was a big girl.
Now, before we end it, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you all have a fantastic day tomorrow. It's a good time of year to be thankful and grateful for the things we do have, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you all so much. I truly appreciate it. Anyway, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of the race lady from MSNBC, Joyless Reed, actually complaining that Donald Trump wants Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to cut some of the government fat. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
2 weeks ago, Donald Trump announced the selection of the world's richest billionaire, Elon Musk, and near billionaire Vivek Ramaswamy to create the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, in his new government next year. Now, before I go any further, I need to point out to you that even Donald Trump can't just invent a department of the federal government. The Constitution clearly states that only Congress has the power to establish departments and agencies. But, Constitution, Schmonstitution. He can do what he wants, right? And what Trump is actually doing, besides helping Musk promote one of his favorite cryptocurrencies, coincidentally called Dogecoin, which he promotes on his ex-Twitter and which is up 190% over the past month, also totally coincidentally, I'm sure, is that he's using the powers of the presidency to get around the...
See, that is awesome. And what? It's him, still. It's at the end of his thing. But... it's the, what do you call it? It's her unhinged rant on what Trump is doing with Elon Musk and the other guy. I forgot his name, like Rimsey or something. About using them and starting the Doge. Doge, yeah. And to me, that's one of the smartest things that you can do. I mean, who better than Elon, who is brilliant when it comes to businesses? I mean, what he's done with all of that business, the what do you call it? Starlink and the electric Tesla. Everybody wants one still. I know. No. Exactly. But he's brilliant with what he's done. And then there's this other guy, I think he's like a politician or something. But I mean, he's supposed to be pretty smart too. So I mean, to get those two together to get a group that's going to go out and cut fundings of all the groups that are not needed.
Yeah, like the government.
The government, yeah.
All along. Everybody on both sides has been saying all along that they need to cut the the funding of the government.
Yes.
They need to downsize the government. Nobody on the other side likes that. And now that somebody's coming in to do it, they're like, oh God, no, not him.
Why them? What? Well, I wonder. I mean, they're brilliant. They'll get the job done.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what they are capable of doing.
And we'll be the first ones to witness and report back. You know?
And when you hear people like Joy Reid's or like The View come off about it,
we're watching and I'm like, no.
come off about it, you know damn well that it's obviously good.
On the right track, yes.
Yes.
When you're ready.
The inconvenient constitutional checks and balances in order to personally decide who wins and who loses in America. Off the bat, Musk and Ramaswamy have already promised massive cuts to eviscerate federal agencies Republicans don't like. They want to cut $500 billion a year from the federal budget and fire all but 5% of federal employees. They claim, outside looking in, that the agencies have been bloated with federal employees who won't be needed to enforce regulations, since Trump is going to get rid of most federal regulations. So, get ready to enjoy unregulated financial markets, polluted air and water, and raw unpasteurized milk, likely without Obamacare to help you out at the ER. You're welcome.
Oh, this is.
What did you say?
Mike versus everyone.
What the f did you just say?
So, get ready to enjoy unregulated financial markets, polluted air and water, and raw unpasteurized milk, likely without Obamacare to help you out at the ER. You're welcome.
That's so ridiculous. Without Obamacare. All right, let's get back to my opening thing here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to go over a little bit here about what we're thankful for as our family. And then I'll see what other ones we have. So I will let Daughter Robotin start.
So since we entered monkhood, it's been our general practice to start every single day off in gratitude. Meaning it's like, if it's simple as I am grateful that I'm granted another day to live, that I can hear my loved ones breathing, everybody sounds good. We made it through another day. Sometimes it's as simple as that. And other times it's a little bit more complex. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be another vessel and to have this chance again, and bigger things. But gratitude is the number one component of our monkhood,
Yes.
But aside from that, to be thankful, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the 2 wonderful offsprings that I was granted, and I'm grateful that I have a husband that tries, puts the time in to understand where I'm coming from, and is like my literal everything. That's what I'm thankful for so far. That's what I got.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, it's Sancho. Hey, Sancho.
No,
it's his human form.
Oh, cool.
It's a Sancho. It's his human form.
Ah.
Okay, dude, what are you thankful for?
My family, my friends, my emos.
Yeah. You beat me to it.
My animals, my Ferroni, he was still passed away, but happy for it. They were close. Great moments he brought me. Why am I talking to that camera? I'm thankful for my baby brother. I'm not too familiar, so he's asleep. I'm thankful for my mother. I'm thankful for this guy, my father, and my YouTube channel, and everything. And food and living.
Yeah, we've got to be thankful for that, the ability to
extend
our life,
Exactly.
and be able to talk about these things on YouTube.
I mean, of course, the most important thing is living. I'm thankful for living, because if I wasn't living,
then it wouldn't happen at all.
No. So yeah, what are you thankful for, LongWalker?
Yes. Now I am thankful for a lot. I mean, given the chance that I, from the life that we used to live, was able to go on to this and have a wonderful family like we do. We're going strong. We're one more bigger, and down the line we don't know. Maybe it will be even one more. But for now, I mean, there's the 4 of us. It's amazing.
Gotta make up for lost time.
Got a good father who's been very supportive with us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we gotta thank Grandma and Grandpa for sure.
Yeah. They've really helped us out lately.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. We own our house. It's really nice.
We got land.
We're
growing our own food and raising our own animals.
It's just been a hell of a ride. And I'm sitting back for another few years, and hopefully I can grow my channel here and reach more people.
Exactly.
So, Sancho, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? Now, let me see what else we got. Honey, we've got Brett 18 minutes ago. She said the sickening story of Thanksgiving turkeys. The dark side. It's like a 5-minute thing. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to screw up her appetite.
I know.
Mine's already because I totally have not been eating potatoes.
Don't eat all those potatoes.
Never said about eating all of them. I'm gonna native eat the potatoes.
Some of this stuff's all Russian and Ukraine and.
Your subscriptions then one by
Okay.
one.
All right, we'll go to my subscriptions and see what we got.
Set up for film. I think that's on mine. I'm also thankful for the neighbors who dropped off a bunch of stuff so we could have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw him.
I am too. Me four. Me four.
Keep working it. And stop playing on your tablet.
Okay, there's the Amir, but he's not there yet. That's his live, the Thanksgiving hangout and question and answer.
Does it have anything from before?
Let's find out.
And you have to be careful because they'll change your subscriptions around as your.
I know. I just went 2 subscriptions and it just shows like the latest stuff and kind of works out better that way. Let's see. Videos. Mir Odom, he's a great guy. We've had a lot of good content from him. Really enjoy him. I hope he has a great Thanksgiving too. Obviously, he's doing a hangout this afternoon. Okay, his latest one for like 10 days ago, it's What's the Truth about Trump and Harris. And then Trump won just like 3 weeks ago. And then his crazy Halloween one, the woke TikTok special.
Okay.
That was 4 weeks ago. Check that out or not?
Because we're sliding into the new season now. So.
Yep.
In today's video, we'll be reacting to a plethora of crazy, insane TikToks because today is also an insane day. One of my favorite holidays. It's Halloween. I just love the whole month of October, honestly. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, one of my favorite Halloween movies ever. I feel like a ghetto girl with his nails. It's just very fun. One of my favorite movies. It's called, obviously, if you know this is Freddy. Freddy's the best. It's amazing. But yeah, like I said before, today we're going to react to a bunch of insane TikTok, woke TikTok. It's going to be a mess. So without further ado, we're just going to dive straight into it.
Put HIV positive on my profiles. People don't want to touch you. I remember being on a date with someone, so I brought him back to my place. Was like, okay, like I need to tell you something. Like I'm HIV positive. And I remember he like looked at me. It was like I murdered him. I was like, I thought he was going to beat the shit out of me. He was like, I can't believe you wouldn't tell me. And like you gave me HIV and like was just losing his mind. And I'm like, no, that's not possible. Even if I bled on you, like an open wound, like that wouldn't happen. I'm undetectable. And like, you know, but he just like didn't want to hear it. Now, like the way the law goes, like being undetectable, like I really don't have to like disclose my status. And you think about it, like anyone that you meet on your first date or if like you're hooking up, like are you like
No, I'm sorry, that's just being disrespectful. That's being completely and downright mean in some ways. Not saying it because I understand they're like, well, then I won't get anybody. And the gay culture is so keen on their hookups and wanting to be, you know, just do it and go and have no attachment, and it's ridiculous.
Like with Ty Rivera the other day, I was really surprised. He's like, it's been like a month since he's had a hookup. And he's like, I know it doesn't seem like it's that long, but for him, apparently it is. And it's like these like you know, if somebody hits you up and says, "Oh, are you still single?" and then they have like a hookup.
Yeah.
They go on Grindr. And
yeah,
the interesting thing about Grindr is it was very supposed to be like an exclusive gay hookup app, right?
Yeah.
But now you have trans women that are infiltrating that, and like trans men, excuse me.
Yes, and not saying.
And then sending like coochie pics instead of dick pics, you know, and it's like that's so. What's the whole point?
Exactly.
And so it's something to do with the whole trend of trans lesbianism or trans gay, and like so you're just straight.
Yeah. I mean, exactly what it is.
So-
And it's these people that just want to, or it's like, even on the straight ones, you've got the trans men that are turning women, and they don't, or
trans women then, right?
yeah, they would, whatever.
Oh yeah, or they don't tell them.
They
that
look like a
they're-
woman,
Right.
but they've got a
Yeah, right.
dong. And it's like, they don't say it until they're already doing the hookup or whatever.
Right, and then that's how.
And it's like, I mean, that's how people get hurt. I mean, that's going to cause big issues.
Especially with some of the guys that they are trying that with.
Yes.
They're like very traditional, rednecky looking fellows, and it's like that is not going to end well for some of these people.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to be a big problem and get somebody killed.
All right, we're almost there.
Like, I have diabetes.
Diabetes? You can what? You can't sit here and compare diabetes and having high blood pressure with being HIV positive. Like, I'm sorry, that's something you definitely should be disclosing to your
I'm
partner.
using cranberry sauce too when I open it up and stuff.
Now that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Not this. That's insane. I wish somebody. That is disgusting. Why would you not tell somebody or disclose somebody? Like, I get it. It's harder to be on dates, but like, what do you expect? This is a part of that life, I guess. Like,
It's like if somebody's
being HIV positive. I don't know what else to tell you.
Blood pressure. You're not telling them any of this shit. Where HIV is now, like
know what they
if
do.
you are undetectable, like you don't necessarily like have to disclose that. I don't think you're putting anyone at any risk that you have to like necessarily go through that. But it's because of the stigma and shame that I feel like I have to disclose.
Okay, you may not be detectable now, but what if you were detectable and then you realize you're detectable and then you give it to somebody else? Like, could you imagine? That doesn't make any sense to me at all whatsoever. This is so much fun, you guys. Period, poo. Period.
As a fat person, I often dread medical appointments because of blatant medical fat phobia.
Girl, being fat is a medical issue in itself. So like, how you scared to go to the doctor because of fat phobia when they're there to help you to begin with? But two, it's already a health concern, you being fat in the first place. Like, it's already something that...
He always said it was Happy Thanksgiving.
And I thought I was the crazy one.
The provider blamed everything on my weight and told me that I needed to go on a medication that made me feel really terrible. This OB appointment that I just went to, I've been dreading, and the provider was amazing. She asked me what my pronouns are. She asked me about my name. She made me feel super comfortable. Asked me about my trauma history.
Oh my God, my doctor asked about my name and asking me all these questions. Well, yeah, sorry, it's what doctors do. You know, and I love it. These ones now are trying to say how they don't want the doctors to ask their weight because that's weight phobic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And everything else, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's a critical thing to know.
That is part of going to the doctor and your history. Always has been, always will be, no matter what these people want to fight and try and push.
I mean, how are you? I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I was told by my doctor in no nice terms that I was 50 pounds too heavy. You know, she's like, if you lost that weight, then you wouldn't have the pain that you do. I mean, she just straight out just.
It's like, no,
And
more
I was
than likely you still would.
I would still have the pain, and I did have the pain even after I lost the weight. But I'm just saying, she didn't have any qualms about hurting your feelings.
Well, yeah, but that's underweight, and like I said, there's they got this thing about people that are underweight.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
have that issue,
you
Yeah,
know,
you always have.
it's like gaining weight has been an issue, and I can't. And no matter what, it's like I stay. It's probably just because of the workload that I do and the amount of intake that I have. You know, I mean, you have to increase your intake in order to.
Well, it wasn't until like I had to start eating extra for breastfeeding that I even knew how much we should even be close to be eating. And right now,
Exactly.
I'm supposed to be eating at 2,300, and your baseline is supposed to be 2,300 just
Yes.
to maintain. he needs between 1,700 and 2,000 calories to even start to gain weight.
Yep.
So, and you would not believe how much you have to eat. That was 3 bean burritos, like 6 eggs, a bunch of candies, the little chocolates and stuff, almonds. All this
Exactly.
stuff. But because it's so healthy, you can't eat.
I know that's our problem. How healthy we are.
Eat so much of it to get those calories.
It's like all these people with the fast food, they get it like that, but then again, that's not good calories. That's bad. Not the kind that you want regardless. So
Where's the kind of
it's in the bathroom, hon. I gotta do it. So you're gonna have to come in. I know.
Put into here and this put into.
So all right, we'll continue this.
So that she knew how to touch me in ways that were not harmful. She just was like great. And I was crying before getting my blood drawn because I just never have good experiences.
I'll give it to her that I am glad that she had a good medical experience, because obviously she didn't like going to the doctor because she's big and she like all that judgment. But you have to acknowledge at some point that you do need help and you do need to lose weight, because it is just very unhealthy to be that big in general. That's not being mean. That's not being hateful. That's not being fatphobic. It is what it is. That's just the truth of the matter. So, but I will give it to her. I am glad and thankful that she did have a good experience, because oftentimes there are a decent amount of people who don't have good times with the doctors. And at that, no one ever talks about the medical malpractice that is out there and the amount of times doctors actually do make mistakes or injure the people that they're trying to be helping. It's unfortunate that happens, but do know that if it ever happens to you, you can check out Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Everything is free unless you win your case, which that alone is mind-blowing in itself. But not just that, their lawyers don't play. Someone got offered $20 million pre-trial, and then they linked up with Morgan & Morgan, and boom, they ended up getting $120 million. This person right here got offered $16,000 free trial, and Morgan & Morgan said, "Nah, I need you to add a couple zeros to that." And a lot of us haven't even gone through something like this, but we're all aware if you're going to tackle a major company, you need a major law firm to back you up. And Morgan & Morgan would do just that, to fight and get you every penny that you deserve if you become their client. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case, and you can do that by going over to forthepeople.com/Amir. And as you see here, you can receive your free case evaluation on a multitude of case types. And remember, when you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're not just getting a lawyer, you're getting a whole dedicated legal team. Case investigators, paralegals, and customer case specialists that are all focused on maximizing your settlement. So if you ever got seriously injured or you're injured now, your case could be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from finding out and changing your life forever. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan by going to forthepeople.com/Amir, which is in the link below, or you can scan the QR code here on the screen. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Hi, this is a series about cutting off your Trumpy family members. Why do you need to be perfect? Why do you need to consider everyone's feelings and make sure everyone is okay in the situation, and watch what you say and say it perfectly and say it right, while they get to say whatever? They get to be racist, mean, awful to you, not respect your boundaries. They get to say whatever, do whatever, never consider you.
What's crazy is that these are the same people that's always saying, we need more unity, we need more love, we need more respect, we need this, and that. But then you sit here and make videos about how you should cut off your Trump supporting family and friends just because they support Trump. You can sit here and call him a racist all day long, but at the end of the day, there's still a ton of black people who support Trump as it is. So it's you're talking about they're not considerate of your feelings. Maybe you're not considerate of the people of color feelings that you always say you want to be respectful for and hear black people out. Well, how about you hear the black people who disagree with you? Speaking of, I'm turning into a real sassy queen with this damn finger thing. It's so much fun.
Your feelings. Why do you need to be perfect? And they get to do and say whatever. Does that sound fair to you?
Or you just agree to disagree and go on about your day. That's totally fine and acceptable. You're not hateful or bigoted or anything else just for... This don't make no sense to me. Again, it's all unity, love, and respect until they realize that you don't think like them, because this person wants to be so trans accepting, so gay accepting, so unity, so equality, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to having a Trump supporting family member, now it's a problem. Why? What we got? Well, how many links I got? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. It's hot. Next video, this is coming off.
How am I going to explain trans people to my kids? Well, I am a TA in kindergarten class, and I explained it to them today. So people were wondering if I was a boy or a girl, and so they asked me. One of the kids said, Bernie,
are you a boy or a girl? And I said, that's a great question. I'm kind of in between. And he was like, what? No, are you a boy or a girl? And I was like, well, are you a boy or a girl? And he's like, I'm a boy. And what do you think Lisette is? I think Lisette's a girl. Cool. So some people are boys, some people are girls, and some people can be in between, or they can be
I had something to say about
that. Most people are boys or girls, and sometimes people switch from one to the other. What? You mean I could be a girl? Yeah, you could be a girl if you wanted to. Right now? Yeah, if you wanted to, you could say, I'm a girl. And if you wanted, I could call you by a different name and call.
Okay, so these are the same people that are trying to say that they're not trying to indoctrinate our children, that they don't have any interest in that whatever. But this person right here is going on and literally put it in that child's head where it wasn't there before, that they could change their gender. Yeah, sure, you can do that. But, not knowing the political beliefs of the child's family, not caring about the religious beliefs of the child's family, instead of just letting it go, I think it's a she, encouraging it to happen. What's up? Yeah, I think it's a she. I'm not sure. So that's the problem. It's like, no, you can't do that. That they didn't think about that before. Now you put it in their head. Now you've stirred the pot. Just like kids be kids. If you're a teacher, teach them, for the love of God, teach them language, writing skills, I guess mathematics, but
call you she. And he was like, but I don't want to be a girl. And I said, that's great. That means you're a boy. And I'll call you by your name and use he. And he said, okay.
Again, it's like the only reason I feel like the gay community is getting this much hate and this much just disrespect is because of that hurt. I think it's mainly because of things like this, because you got teachers out here that hurt. You have teachers out here really targeting children and teaching them that they can be a boy, they can be a girl. That's not a teacher's role. And we'll need listen, when I adopt, I'm gonna make sure them damn kids get a good education, and I know every single one of their teachers, because it is sad how many like public schools are just out there where the parents aren't that involved at all, and you got teachers like this teaching your kids they can be they thems, non-binaries, whatever it may be, and it could potentially lead them down a path that they may regret further on, like all these detransitions that we be talking about. Like this is what people are out here teaching kids, and this is why all these Republicans be like, you know what, screw you. Okay, listen up. I talked about this in the last video. The LGBTQIA plus community, we're all under one umbrella, right? Well, it's people like this that ruin it for everybody, because it's people like this that make the Republicans and the center right people be like, you know what, F it, scrap the whole community. Since they all want to be one community, they all want to be under one umbrella, the LGBTQ plus community, boom, get rid of it all because they're doing things like this. That's why I speak up, because that has nothing to do with me, and I don't agree with that at all.
What's the difference between pansexual and panromantic? Well,
First off,
yes, it is good.
I know what pansexual is. I'm pretty sure that pansexual is when you down for whatever. You can be with a trans girl, trans woman, trans man, men, women, like basically bisexual, but you're including the trans community, which I do think that could be like its own sexuality. Like I can get behind pansexual, just because for me, even though I'm a dude that likes dudes, I'm not someone that's attracted to a female presenting person, a very female like person, but has a pole. I don't want none of that. And there are men out there that do want just that. So that's your own little category, I guess. So I'll agree that's the LGB MP. Maybe I'm up for conversation. I'm open-minded. I'm down for whatever. But what is this?
Pansexual and panromantic both fall under the boy umbrella, which means they're both similar. People who identify as pansexual are sexually attracted to everyone, regardless of gender. Damn, that person's hot. Ow, ow. Well, I want to take them back to my crib and clown around, you know. Meanwhile, people that identify as pan-romantic are romantically attracted to everyone, regardless of gender. However, they might not be sexually attracted to everyone. Hey, Mama, I do not want to clown around and in bed with that person, but man.
Is that not just being a regular human being? Because I'm a gay man, but I need to stop. That hurts. I'm a regular schmegular gay man, but I can acknowledge that Beyonce's a baddie, Kim K's a baddie, Charlie XCX a baddie. I can acknowledge like they're hot, and I definitely don't want to do anything sexually with them. So how does that make me pan-romantic? It just makes me a basic human being that can acknowledge when someone's pretty or not. Like I truly feel like some of these gay people make it more complex and more harder than it needs to be, and they're breaking us up into all these different communities and all these different labels and this and that, when in reality this pan-romantic is what everybody experiences and everybody goes through. Everybody can acknowledge that someone's hot. I have a lot of straight friends that can acknowledge another straight guy is attractive. That doesn't mean they want to bang them, of course, because of why? They already have their sexuality, like they're already straight.
Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was queer? Sure, he was married to a woman eventually, but he had 2 male partners before that. The first was Billy Green, a man that Lincoln met before he got into politics. Lincoln and Green shared a bed every night for 18 months. Now, the bed itself was smaller than a twin size, so the only way it could have worked is if they were spooning. And you could say that it's just 2 friends sharing a bed for 18 months, but how about this quote from Green, where he says that Lincoln's thighs are the most perfect any human could be. His thighs. After the 2 parted ways, Lincoln met the love of his life, Joshua Speed. On the very first day they met, Lincoln moved in and started sharing a bed with Speed. To be clear, Lincoln was a lawyer at this point. He had enough money to buy his own room. But for 4 years, he shared one with Joshua Speed.
Where are they getting this information from?
I think we're good.
This sounds like a ChatGPT script. And if I know there's been a lot of controversy with what's the homegirl? They can't see, can't read, can't eat. She can eat. Helen Keller. That one. I know there's been stories of Helen Keller being fake. I know there's been stories of Rosa Parks being like a psyop. Like it's not really like Rosa Parks or somebody else first. That was a pregnant girl. A whole conspiracy. If y'all want more conspiracies from me to chat about it, I'm down. Let me know in the comments below. So maybe this is one of those situations. I don't know. I've not once heard this story at all. But this is the same person that was like, I forgot who. They said somebody else is gay. She just be making straight people gay for no reason.
That is until Speed introduced Lincoln to Mary Todd, his soon-to-be wife. This is when things get interesting. Now, Mary Todd was a social debutante, a high-class person who it looked good for Lincoln to marry. So Lincoln begins to court Mary Todd. However, this makes Speed jealous. And in the letters between Speed and Lincoln, you can see that the courtship put a big strain on their relationship. Speed's jealousy even led Lincoln to temporarily break up with Mary Todd. But life happens, and Speed eventually had to move.
Why did I just realize this person's shirt said divorce your Republican husband? That's so wrong.
Back to his family estate after his father's death. And when Speed got married to a woman back home, Lincoln wrote him a letter saying how he was afraid he'd be forgotten forever, and signed that letter, "Yours forever, Lincoln." Now, there's lots more evidence to Lincoln being queer. His historian said that he had a lavender streak, which is code for gay. And one of his later male partners would sleep in bed with Lincoln anytime Mary Todd wasn't around. The documentary Lover of Men goes deep into all of this. But ultimately, Lincoln's queerness does not change his greatness as a leader.
Wait, is this a real theory? That was juicy. Hold on now. We're about to find out if Lincoln was actually gay or not. I don't know how I'm about to type with this, but we're gonna try. This is not working. Ooh.
It's okay.
Ooh. Lincoln. Gay. Okay, here we go. There's an ongoing debate whether Abraham Lincoln is gay, but most mainstream believe he was heterosexual. There's no documented discussion. Mary Todd. We're gonna accept he was gay. Mary Todd. We see a lot of the Mary Todd sexuality. This is like a whole thing. I had no idea there was a way to this.
Go ahead and pause it.
Okay.
All right. I'll take the baby. I know. All right. Show off the food.
All right. This is our food, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. I'm going to go back to what I can see of it so I know what I'm looking at here.
He's like, I want to eat. I want to eat right now.
here is our plate. What you can see of it. Of what we will be eating.
We've got homemade biscuits, corn, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and of course turkey
and cranberry sauce.
So we are stacked.
Stacked up.
So we'll be nibbling on that while we stream.
Yes.
And he's gonna eat as well.
All right, let's finish this one.
Are you that upset?
Oh, we're gonna do a deep dive into this. I want to do something like we're gonna look. I'm gonna look more into this. That's actually insane. I had no idea about this. I thought that person is talking like that, but apparently it's this is like a big deal. I had news to me, and we're gonna dive into it. So be sure to subscribe. We're done. I'm not even gonna. The transparent urge to get a cast of my, so I can literally myself after surgery. We're done. Nope. Thank y'all for taking the time to watch this video. Happy Halloween. I hope y'all go out there, have some fun, and save time. If you're not watching this during Halloween, I hope you had a good time on Halloween. I'm gonna go to the club and I'm gonna win a costume contest. Because it can get hot, but it's fun. It's all smushed. It's hot, but it's cool. I like it. This is a really cool piece. With that being said, thank you guys for taking the time to watch these videos. I appreciate it a ton, hanging out, chatting. Always a good time. I appreciate you sharing my videos too and joining the Patreon, which again, I'm a broken record and I'm gonna keep it a broken record time mail these bad boys out. I am sending out signed Christmas cards in the Patreon. Link below. You can join my Patreon for $1 and you get a signed Christmas card end of 2024. So do keep note of that. And also do know, I say this at the end of every video, that you can be whoever you want to be. Just put your mind to it, go after it, and you can accomplish your goals and dreams.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, from that one, and please ignore the baby. It's gonna happen.
He's remembering how to eat.
Yep, trying to eat and get him squared away. I showed you our awesome meal that my wife's been working on for quite a while today, along with nursing. So going through a lot. Anyway, yeah, this is another great content creator. How do you say his name? Amir Odin. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Behind you. Behind you.
Sorry, cat's trying to get our food. Let's head back and see what else we got to work with
Cat,
here.
stay back forward. Keep him kind of.
Well, Tristan's supposed to be. Tristan, you gotta be watching that food too when you have it.
No. He's doing a video.
I know, but he knows he has it. Okay, what else do we got?
There you go. Now we got it.
Just stand still. Stand still.
Elitist.
I would just like I said, just go through subscriptions.
I'm on it. I'm on
it.
it.
Like individually.
Like how?
Right there.
Look on the sidebar. It shows you
Right
who
there.
you're subscribed
Right
to. You click on their channel, and then you see the most
There you
recent
go.
videos.
What's that? What's that in your hand? Yeah. It's a golden apple.
There it is. Okay.
What the heck?
I'm not used to using the computers, guys. So yeah. Alrighty then. Let's see. We got mediocre. Let's see if he's got anything good.
Can you pass the food on?
Huh?
Can you bring the food back then?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
See, you see me. I'm a member. Member with mediocre.
Stay back.
A lot of pop the balloons. Let's see here.
It tracks
Videos.
So if you're like,
Okay.
You can't let me eat. If I don't eat, you don't get to eat.
Invisible. Yeah. Right here. Like watch.
The should we do the my female boss made my life hell?
Sure. It's something that we've talked about before.
Yes. We'll go over that one from mediocre.
Shout out to the content creator right over here to the left of me. He goes by the name of Corey Jones. Now, Corey is up on YouTube, and I'll leave a link to his video down in the description box down below in case you guys want to see the totality of his video without my thoughts. It's a great video. But I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention to not only help him, as well as anyone out there that's going through what Corey has gone through. Now, Corey is a lifelong corporate guy. He started out in 2018 working at Deloitte, then moved to Accenture, okay, Big Four consulting firms, and then moved to Google, all in like a HR, human resources type of position. Now, the video that we're about to go over, he's speaking about the bullying or the biases that his female manager had, which then derailed his career. So I want to be able to talk about this. You guys may not know this, but prior to being a YouTuber, I was deep within corporate America, first starting my career out at JPMorgan Chase in various analyst roles, then going off to get my MBA. Then I hit the six-figure-a-year club after that at a role at Nationwide Insurance. That's actually the first time I ever talked about that on the channel, but there you go. So within that, I want to be able to talk about this to help this brother and anyone else out there that's going through this. So without further ado,
like, I'm giving you the visibility. She decided to tell her manager that I wasn't doing no work and that I wasn't serious about my role and things like that. And this is when they started to try to create a plan to get me up out of there. We get to the point to where she's like, okay, for now on, I need you to send me every Friday at 3 p.m. I need you to send me an email recapping everything you've done for the week. I was like, okay, I can do that. So I did that. I think she thought I wouldn't do it. Every single week I'm doing them. Boom.
Oh, God damn it.
Probably 2 weeks after that is a call on my calendar with her and her manager. I was like, oh man, what's going on? She done wrote up a PIP plan. If y'all don't know a PIP plan, that is a plan for you to improve. And if you don't improve, you get fired. I'm on the call with her and her manager. And she telling me this, and I just feel like this, and it's a lot of I feel like, but it's no I knows or any demonstrations or this and this. It's like I feel like this, and I feel like that, and I feel like you're this, and I feel like she told me she feel like I don't talk to the team. I don't talk to the team. When I talk to everybody on the team on an individual basis, during team calls, I'm not saying too much because everybody got their own stuff to say. Unless I really need to say it, I'll say it. I'll kiki here and there, but I don't have much to input. Granted, I'm still new anyway. I'm about 2.5 years in at this point. I'm still learning as I go. I'm not trying to be the subject matter expert just yet. I'm still, I'm still doing my thing. And she's saying, well, yeah, I feel like you need to be more outgoing and this and that. I was like, I was so confused. I was so confused at why I was being put on a performance improvement plan because, like I said, I had some of the highest numbers on the team. It was crazy. So then I knew they was trying to get me up out of there.
For folks that do not know, getting put on a performance improvement plan or a PIP plan, as what he was referring to it here, and it's different for every organization, but it generally means that, yes, they are considering you for termination because of the things that they structure within that PIP plan. If you do not show an improvement in the things that they said that you were deficient in, now whether it's a skills deficiency, a talent deficiency, an effort deficiency, whatever the deficiency is, they can put it within this performance plan. And if you do not improve in a certain amount of time, then it gives them justification to terminate you. You got to also think about that. You can't just fire full-time employee without a justification. Why is that? Well, an employee like himself, especially for him, because he's in HR, so he understands these things, can go back with a lawyer and say, you fired me because of the color of my skin, for example, or whatever the reason that incites some type of bias within management. So her requiring him to write emails on a weekly basis was the start. And when she realized that she couldn't get him there as a reason to get him off of her team, then she began to more than likely lie to her manager in order to get this person signed up to put this brother on a performance plan. But one thing that the brother said that I thought was interesting is that he said he's been there for 2.5 years and that is still new. No, at 2 years, you should be looking at your position, ways to get up out of your position, other companies that has your position so you can upgrade. Now, whether that's upgrading from a work-life balance perspective or it's an upgrade from your salary, right? The best way that you're going to make more salary within a corporate environment is to transition companies, to move companies. So he thinks that he's still new, but I would say at 2 years in, you should start looking somewhere else to go and networking both in your company and as well as outside of your company in order to do so. Could he stay?
And I was going to say that, yes, that is probably one of the best. And the people, I used to work for Walmart, and there was a lot of people that did that there too. They moved from Walmarts and stuff. It was about a year to 2 years. Because I mean, I was at a Walmart, worked for a year, just over a year, and they let me go.
Yeah.
Because I just did night. So I do agree with that. I think that moving around is your best bet, so that they can't just stick you and get you with something.
If you have the means to do it.
Yes.
Like in your case, it was like changing whole stores in a different
Yeah.
city and all that. And that's kind of,
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a big pain for me.
I mean, if that's what they wanted to go with you,
But if you want to stick to a job like that
yeah, exactly.
for a long period of time, I do believe that is what you have to do.
Yeah, you gotta play the game like that.
Yeah.
Stay within his position. If he had a different manager, he could absolutely. But especially when you're at these large ass companies with these heavy turnover rates, you should always be ready for something else. Let's go.
So as y'all can see where this is going. So I'm on this performance improvement plan.
Okay.
It went from me having to email her every single week on Friday to every single day at 3 p.m.
That's wild.
I got to email her what I worked on.
That's crazy.
Every single day. So then in the performance improvement plan, it said I need to reach out to teammates even more. So then I had to start kicking with everybody on the team. I had to be making small talk. I had to be like, how's your dog doing? How's your kitten doing? Pinging people. Man, I was getting done. I was doing a runaround, bro.
It's called the dog and pony show, or at least I call it that. It's like a political thing that gets done within corporate America, having to like ask the dude over in accounting how his kid's doing. Meanwhile, you don't give a goddamn F about that. But that's how you play the game, is that you act like that you give a F about that. Now, I say that saying that, yes, it's a game. Just like in dating, there's the dating game. In corporate America, there's the corporate America game. So I understand all of the criticism when it comes to corporate America. Oh, you have to form fit yourself within something that's not about you. And yes, that is absolutely true. It is very rare to have a company with a corporate culture, and you can be outside of that corporate culture and do relatively well. But if they have kind of this overwhelmingly friendliness thing that's baked within to their morals as a company, and the management expects you to abide by that, and you're expected to smile and kiki with people all of the time. If you're not built for that, then know that going in. But I will also say that you can create some real friendship within your corporate office. And that generally is the goal. I mean, you're with these people for so long throughout the day. It would be great if you could also have good relationships, but don't let that be the expectation. Why? Because it's all just business at the end of the day. And you don't want to set yourself up for an expectation that is not within reality. Let's resume.
Oh, let me rewind. Also, after the call with her and her manager, I said, yo, I'm gonna have just a conversation with her manager without her.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I had a conversation. The manager's like, I just think that y'all have some communication issues. Honestly, I think that's the main thing. Y'all need to communicate with each other more. And I was like, in our one-on-ones, that's what they're for. I'm communicating with her. I'm telling her what I'm doing. I'm telling her where I'm gonna be. What's going on? What's the results?
She's a micromanager.
I don't know what else I can do in order to communicate. She's not communicating with me. She's not telling me how she feel or what she want me to do or where she feel I need improvement at or where's the feedback or what if she could help me. Like, she's not telling me. So we used to go to our one-on-ones and she didn't have not one bullet point for me. She just waited for me to say something or whatever. And that's it. Which that's okay. But if you have feedback or you have something you need to tell me, you put it on the agenda and we talk about it. But she had nothing. She just came on a one-on-one. Hey, how you doing? What you got for me? And I tell her, and that's it. So yeah, after I had the conversation with her manager was like, yeah, y'all just have communication issues. That's all it is. She was like, I feel like your performance have been great from my point of view. But she's the one that's directly managing you, and it just sounds like y'all have communication issues. And I think that's the main thing. But either way, after the time has passed for my performance improvement plan, I rocked it out. I was good. They ain't had no case to fire me. They ain't had at the end of it, they kept me because I did everything that I needed to do. I've been doing the same exact stuff that I was doing before I was even put on that plane. So I already knew the plan wasn't going to be to fire me because I'm doing everything that's already on the plane. I wish I would have kept that plan. I thought I did.
Oh, looks like he has it. The purpose of this document is to highlight deficiencies in his performance, which, if not addressed, will lead to termination of his employment. This document outlines a 30-day action plan to assist him in addressing the development areas that have been previously discussed with him. A weekly checkpoint meeting will be scheduled with the supervisor in order to review his progress. Corey will prepare and present a summary of his accomplishments for the week during the checkpoint meetings. For his improvement, one of the things that they had is communication. He must develop an overall awareness of how his personal style impacts others' perception of him. You know what's so crazy about this is that it's almost the things that she's writing in here is just a dig for how he deals with the manager specifically. And the thing is like to have a manager have the ability to be able to do this, but not to provide evidence as to what it is that she's saying, right? Like other people on the team that's saying that, yo, I say hello to him and he just holds his head down and walks the other way. That's probably not it. Some people have a lower communication style, right? They're not for the small talk. Right? They just don't speak a lot. They don't want to participate their lives within conversations. To hold people to that standard is just so damn weird to me. And it's one of the weird things that I found within corporate America, you know, and I've had so many young brothers that I've mentored within my time within corporate America. And I told them to prepare for situations like this. And how was it that you prepare? Well, I said, like, listen, I know that you came in here and you were hired for this role to do these things. That should be 50% of your time. That should be 50% of your effort. They said, well, what do you mean by that? What's the other 50%? The other 50% is that you have to network. You have to get your name out in here, right? You have to meet other people within other organizations, discover other businesses, right? Other things that you can do outside of the thing that you're doing right now because you just never know. Now, that doesn't mean that with the 50% dedicated towards your work, you still shouldn't be exceeding expectations. Still put 100% within the 50% if that makes sense. But do not forget to be networking. And then also, do not close ties to the people, the external resources that you were hitting up or that helped you get within this position in the first place. You burned bridges, you cut off all your lifelines. The perception is that he's not interested in his role or being an engaged member of the team. That's so crazy when he has the highest numbers on the damn team. So he must ask questions when tasks or expectations are unclear, engage with lead to ask questions and have meaningful discussions, slow down to read emails thoroughly and answer each question being asked, communicate with leaderships when workload is too large or too small. Yeah, let's just keep going.
We ended up having a reorg on our recruitment team. Some recruiters got outplaced somewhere else. I got put on a candidate management team. So now I got a new manager. Me and that manager was like, here, we was good. We was good. Everything's good. I was doing my work. One-on-ones went great. Everything was good. I'm finally feeling like I have what I need in order to be good. Thankfully, during this time, I wasn't looking at the time. I was looking, but then when we got pivoted to another team, I wasn't looking anymore. But I ended up getting a message from a recruiter on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
2 times. One for a contracting role and one for a full-time role.
Okay.
First, it was a contract role. It was like, hey, we got a contract, recruiter role, wouldn't mind you joining the team, yada, yada, yada. Would you be okay having a call? Had the call, was going through the interview process. Then another recruiter reached out for a full-time recruiter role. And I was like, you know something? I'd rather go that route.
Yeah.
And
there's pros and cons in both routes. For folks that don't know, if you're a contractor, you work for the organization that does the contract and not for the company. Right. So if he was getting a contract role at Google, he doesn't work for Google, but he might go into Google offices and he has a set established timeline and goals and projects that he's working on. Now, also within that, because you're not a Google employee, then you don't get benefits. But a lot of time, these contractors, I guess on a per hourly basis, make more money. But also all this pit plan stuff that he's currently doing at his current employer right now wouldn't happen. If they want to terminate you, they just terminate you immediately. And there's little or nothing that you can do about that. But a lot of people like contractor roles because it gives them enhanced flexibility. You're not tied down to the company. And I see a lot of contractors that have 2 contractor jobs and they stay at home so they could do both at the same time. Whether or not that's legal, that's neither here nor there.
You know, both of them at Google. So I was like, shoot, put me on. You know what I'm saying? So went through the interview process with Google, got that, left Accenture. I said deuces to Accenture.
Okay, that's his exit email. Some people saying goodbye.
Yeah. And honestly, at Google, this has been the best experience I've had as a Black male on a team. And yet I'm still the only black male on the team. One of the few in recruiting, but my experience have been great. My teammates are great. My manager is great. She understands me. I understand her. She know how I can contribute to the team, and she utilized my strengths. And that's how it's supposed to be. Now, I will say, even with a great experience at Google, I still feel like as a black male, I have to prove myself in, week out. I'm sometimes placed in positions to where I have to prove myself time in and time out. I'm capable. I know what I'm doing.
Here's the thing. You should feel like that no matter if you was a black male, no matter if you was a white male, no matter if you was an Asian American woman, depending upon where you come from, you should always feel like you have to exceed expectations because of some reason or some way that someone might be disparaging to who it is that you are, where it is that you come from. And oddly enough, you know where a lot of this comes from? It's from DEI initiatives. So if people with the same type of merit and one gets the role because of the color of their skin, then people within the existing role are going to think that they got the role because of the color of their skin. Now, whether or not they did or not, or they were truly a better candidate, the world will never know. But that's where a lot of this perception comes from.
I've been in recruiting for X amount of years. It's only but so many ways you could talk to a candidate, so many ways you could give out an offer, so many ways you can schedule interviews, there's so many ways for you to source candidates, there's so many ways to, like, sometimes some of the information, the things that you do in recruitment is the same, it's just different per role, and you just have to plug in what it is for that role. So for me, the job as a recruiter isn't hard at all. I know what I'm doing. I'm a very personable person. All my candidates love me. My candidate experience rating is high. Like, I know what I'm doing. So like sometimes when I get placed on a different role that I didn't work on, it's like sometimes like micromanaging by people that maybe have been on that team before. That's just been my experience, man. My experience in corporate America as a black male, it's not easy. Day in and day out, you gotta, prove yourself. And
and it's not just, as he said, it's not just black males that have the issue. I mean, if you are not within the clique that the group belongs to, most generally you are going to be on the outs and have to fight your way in for whatever job it might be.
Oh, for sure. I had a really weird. Like the one that we used to work
Advantage Sales and Marketing.
Okay, yeah. So
ASM.
They were predominantly Hispanic.
Yeah, it was.
Workers, right?
Yes.
And definitely you had some issues with some of them. They had their little clique and didn't want to work with you. And you had other ones that were cool. It was definitely not a racial-based thing.
No, it wasn't.
It was just
people being people. I mean, some didn't like me, some did. That job, I went and traveled all across California. I'd be in Sacramento one day to LA the next day. I working nights doing the resetting the displays at Home Depots all across California. I pretty much saw most Home Depots, and I even opened a couple in Bakersfield.
The one in Tehachapi was new too, right?
You can spend the diamonds there.
Newer, yes, I do believe. Not new, but
or was it
newer.
I guess you started in Ridgecrest.
Yeah, I started in Ridgecrest, but Bakersfield, I opened a new store right before.
I think Ray Team has PTSD from fireballs because they heard an explosion
in brand new stores in various places in California.
Yeah. LA had some of the oldest ones because LA is the only place that I saw they had a McDonald's inside of the Home Depot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't seen that anywhere else.
That's crazy. It's weird.
Yeah. That was really crazy.
When this one's done, we'll discuss past Thanksgivings and people's traditions and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't fit the mold and what they want you to be. So not technically just the color of your skin, but by the way you talk, by the way you act, by the way you, do your job. Like I always say, I'm a personable recruiter. I'm a laid back recruiter. I'm not about to get on the phone with you and be like, hey, how you doing? And fake it. You know what I'm saying? And candidates love that I'm able to just have a conversation with them, cool, calm, and collected. I'm not forcing them. I'm not, down their throat. I'm not loud. I'm not fully overly excited. Like we here. Like, I understand what's going on. I've been in your shoes before.
Yeah,
and
he's being
we're gonna try
real.
to get you to the finish line, and that's how it is.
It's such a good point right here that he's bringing up, in a sense that, like, when you bring jobs like this in front of those that don't know much about it within the Black community, they think that, you know, but you're changing yourself or you're submitting yourself to the white man, right? Like, that's the things that typically will come up within that. Generally, these people have never worked within corporate America, but they have an ill perception of what it is inside of those four walls. And the truth of the matter is that although he says that he's not, you know, he's being himself, it goes up to a point, because he could very much succeed with the type of demeanor, the way that he talks, his diction, his clarity, the way that he dresses, although he's still being himself. But if he was ashy as hell, his beard was unkempt, every word that he spoke was a cuss word or a slur,
Yes.
or you can barely understand the words that are coming out of his mouth, and he had some weird ass twang on top of that, well, then he definitely wouldn't fit the goddamn mold. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of subjectivity into your personality traits in determining what is admissible, not even just in corporate America, but any job ever. But don't come at me talking about you wear your pants off your ass in the building, talk about, hey, yo, what up, ma, during your interview, and then you get mad that you can't still maintain that posture for full-time employment, and then say, well, they just don't like Black people. Nah, that shit. They just don't like you and that immature ass behavior. Let's go.
And they always appreciate me because, for one, I respond quickly, and two, I'm personable, and three, I'm not trying to always sell them something and always sound extra excited and things like that. Like, I'm myself, and they appreciate that. I think the role of a recruiter differs. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have your extremely excited people. You're going to have your people that is laid back. You're going to have your people. Like, it's not one-sided. But I do feel like at Accenture, my manager there was trying to make it one-sided. Like, just because I did things differently and it was successful for me, that means that I'm not doing my job and don't belong in that role. And the way I'm doing is just being me, by the color of my skin, by the way that I talk, and by my demeanor. But the results show
she couldn't handle it.
You do.
It's successful. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But yeah, my team at Google right now, I love my team, man. Everybody is great. Anytime you join a new team, a new company, you definitely got to prove yourself. You got to prove yourself more than others.
With outcomes and results.
That's just my experience, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes what you have on paper, what you've done in the past, people want to see for themselves if you can do that same thing. I don't know how many times I've told people, like, yeah, you know, in my past role, I had to do this, and this don't even compare to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to this. I know what I'm doing. Like, cool.
Yeah.
But they don't treat it as such. They want to see that, oh, he can handle that. He's capable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want to know you're competent.
That is, you know, sometimes the challenge, man, in corporate America. But yeah, like I said, I enjoy my job. I enjoy
corporate America.
A great team. And out of all the companies that I've worked at, I haven't had an experience where I felt like I've been discriminated against or there's been any bias at Google. So I do appreciate how they've outlined the culture and how they've embraced me, especially my team, my managers. It's been wonderful. So I'm glad that I'm at a place coming up on 3 years at Google, but I'm at a place that I can be myself, be truly human, transparent, and I don't have to fake it. Like, I don't have to fake the funk. I don't have to fake like I'm overly excited. I don't have to have small chat all the time, small talk. I don't have to key. Everybody just respect what you bring to the table. They respect you for being you, bringing your authenticity, being truly human, and not having to switch up. And, you know, switching up is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the reason
You know what? Shout out to this brother right here. Last thing that I wanted to say about this. Again, I'll leave this video down in the description box down below if you guys want to check out his entire channel. Fantastic content creator. If I was to take a guess here, I would say that this brother did experience a bias from his last manager, and this last manager expected him to lick her feet, and he refused to do so. Some of these managers want you to submit to them, complete and utter submission, and do things the exact same way that they would have had done. Meanwhile, you got your own style. You have your own ways of identifying solutions to problems.
When he's talking about that, I'm reminded of modern women mentality and how they will jump through hoops and show the utmost respect for their bosses, for their male bosses.
I'm so
mad. But then come home and treat their husbands like crap and won't submit to him or show any kind of softness in that department.
Yeah, so they're basically living a lie.
Right.
Because they don't believe it with what they
I'm dead. Are you dead?
show.
Once again, playing the game.
Yep.
Which shows that they are in fact capable of playing said game. So why can't they do
Exactly.
it for the husbands, the boyfriends, or whatever?
Now you have to deal with
Fiancés,
Yeah,
you know, the men
because
of lives.
they have to have some kind of what do you call it? Like power in their life.
Right.
You know, to where they say that they're not gonna like something, that they're not gonna.
Just it's always been kind of astounding because it's like they'll show that, but they won't follow through.
Exactly.
Where it actually matters.
Yes.
Like where you're gonna get an actual payout on your return.
Oh no,
you
the
know
other
these
white
people
teammates
don't give a
come in.
crap about you. Your bosses don't care about you.
They don't.
It's like who do you have to live with? Who's
That's
gonna be
fucking toxic.
building your life together with you
We're
every
so
step
close
of
to
the
winning that
way?
one too.
You know, why not
Yes.
show them that kind of respect and submission?
You should.
Or be a valuable player, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll show you the footage later.
Yeah, I totally
The
agree.
bed
I
keep
mean,
not
that's
being
ridiculous.
broken. I was
It
lagging
is.
so bad. I don't know why.
Problems or just getting things done. Now, what if I would have done differently in this situation is that, remember he said he had a one-off conversation with his manager's manager. The thing is, so that's called a skip level meeting, right? My thing is that when I was in corporate America, I would be thinking about like strategically, like battlefield, like a war zone. like, okay, well, if this is my manager and then these are the 3 adjacent managers I'm dealing with, who's above them, right? And then who's above them is have the most influence. I want to try to schedule skip level meetings with that. And it could be like once a quarter. And I can set it up that this can be like a mentorship position. Because here's the thing is that his previous manager, there wasn't a system of account.
In hospital administration, you'll like get penalized for that if you skip steps because he is talking about skipping steps, right? Like
Yes.
just jumping to the highest person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that with the hospital administration because they'll say you didn't follow chain of command.
Yeah.
But it's like,
but a lot do it still too.
right, I'm like, it's like, what if you don't trust anybody
Well,
up to that point?
Exactly. That happens a lot too, because you'll get these ones that have these power trips in between, and so you're just like, okay, well, I'm gonna skip that so the highest knows what's going on.
Right.
But you can still get in trouble. But I mean, you have to be willing to take that risk. Yes.
I definitely would because it seems. I mean, once you get to that level that's just above you, it seems like 3 levels up from that, they're all in the same clique together.
Exactly.
They all go to bars together. They all go to church together. You know, all of this crap, and it's like, no, I wanted to go to the guy that doesn't even like live here. That's just like a corporate owner. I want to talk to him. You know. I want the source. You know. I don't want anybody that even knows you guys.
Well, exactly. You want a fair shot so that they can see it for themselves.
But I remember there was even when it came up with the Hoffman case with my mom, in court it came up saying, well, did you follow the chain of command protocol? Did you tell this person? And did you notify that person?
Yeah.
She was always good at writing the letters. So she's like, well, I wrote them a letter. You know, so if they didn't respond to it, then I don't know what to tell you. This is when I sent the letter. Here's a copy of the letter, you know.
Yeah, well, see, that's what you have to do. You have to cover your own
bases.
butt.
Yeah.
To make sure that you can be like, hey, I did. Here.
I just never could be in a position like that.
No.
Again, you know, it's like once you start serving the Most High, then nothing else really matters.
Exactly.
You know? So
it really doesn't.
It's like, did you follow chain of command? No, I went to the highest that you can possibly go.
I went to the highest.
Exactly.
That matters.
Accountability for her claims, for her to be claiming these different types of things, but then not show direct proof and or evidence of his behavior, or even able to show that to his skip level manager, I think is a little bit ridiculous. But because there was no pressure on her, she is not incentivized to provide that type of data or information, and she doesn't receive any pressure or pushback in potentially bullying someone who she is managing. And that's the first thing that I would suggest most people do when they get into corporate America, is to see who's up on top, who can you schedule meetings with, and within that scheduling, you're looking to see perhaps mentorship if they have time.
Yeah, see, that's one thing too about the Walmart that I worked at. The highest person that we had at our store when we first opened, when the store first opened, because that was a brand new store that I worked at of Walmart. And the guy that was there was a really cool guy. And just before they got rid of me, about 2 or 3 months before, he went and moved to Pepsi. he left,
Mm-hmm.
and so somebody else took over.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what happened: is cleaning of house, trying to
Right.
get other people in. And
Well, we already know that they don't operate in the most kosher of terms.
No.
So it's like, they always want to have that turnover, keep people fresh, keep people
Yep.
that are new so they don't know, because it was pretty brutal.
Okay.
Some of the stuff they had you guys doing.
oh yeah, but I don't think I would have been gone if that guy would have stayed,
Probably not.
because he was pretty loyal with, okay, I want my team.
That's good. But yeah, that's like always the way. That's kind of how I feel with this guy here. He probably got a new manager, thought, I'm going to come in and make a difference. I'm going to clean house. I'm going to change things up. He was just unfortunately a casualty.
Exactly.
You can't let me eat.
That's what it seems like. I agree.
You can't let me eat.
I mean, a lot of people don't. But if not, then the goal there is sponsorship, which is much different than mentorship. Mentorship, they're teaching something for you. Sponsorship, they speak well about you within rooms that you are not in. And honestly, sponsorship can be worth infinitely more than mentorship, because at the end of the day, it's not about what you know to get that promotion. A lot of the times it's about who you know. And also that sponsorship can aid you in case things go wrong. They can help put a bug in another manager's ear that's on another team. They don't want to lose you as a talent. All right, guys, but I want you to drop your comments down below. Have you guys been in a position where you were the employee and a manager was all up on your case, wrote up performance plans? And I don't care if you're white collar, if you're blue collar, I want to see all you guys' responses down below. And let me know what you have done differently within this situation in order to hedge your risk. It sounds like her being a burden to him inevitably was a blessing in disguise, because it positioned him when the time was right to accept that full-time position at Google, which now he's been at for 3 years, and sounds like that he's thriving. Now imagine if he ended up getting down bad regarding the PIP plan and what his manager was putting him through, and he lost his confidence. He lost the sense of who he was, and he wasn't able to bring in who he was into interviews within the next position in order to go somewhere else. And really the lesson within all of that is not about the type of person that you are when you taking the loss so much as it is, what do you do after the loss is incurred? Shout out again to this brother. Link down in the description. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Me, tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Leave me your comments down below. Until next time, you two. Peace.
Yes, you all know what I think of him. I love Mediocre, another great content guy. So
I was just gonna say, now I was gonna ask your viewers, and we can discuss traditions and like Thanksgivings of your past and your childhood. I was just kind of wondering like what you guys did. What were your Thanksgivings like?
Yeah,
that you can remember.
Yeah, let us know. Just leave a comment if you're not in the live. Whenever you see this, let us know what were some of the traditions that you guys did.
Something memorable. So, what about you?
Me? Just most of the time I remember with my stepmom, Rebecca, it would be her family. We would go and have, either Thanksgiving, Christmas, one of the bigger ones, go there.
I have 7 fireballs right now.
Or we just have it at the house, smaller. And some of the neighborhood kids might come over for it.
I think that his first Thanksgiving, Tristan's first Thanksgiving, we went to your dad's and had it with the
we
family
did.
there and everything.
I got a TNT.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I got a TNT.
So like his first one, that would have been.
So, yeah.
Because his first one, he had grandpa came
Maybe the second.
and visited for a little while.
Right.
Not now, but it was like a week or two ago.
I know I didn't get to meet him yet though.
No.
Not at all.
No, the great grandma was sick, so.
Just grandma.
Grandma, yeah.
Not there yet.
But she was sick, and we didn't want to chance it with the baby.
Yeah, it was only 2 weeks at the time. So.
Yeah.
But when I was smaller, I remember that my dad would get up very early and start cooking everything, and again watch the football game. That was on TV. And my grandparents would come over, and we always had like the charcuterie plates, charcuterie plate with all the dips and he used to make this thing. It was, Philadelphia cream cheese, right? And
Okay.
he put salsa on top of that, and then they would eat it with shrimp.
Interesting.
And he did it, but it was like something that they ate every year.
I've never even heard of it.
I haven't either. I don't know if it was like a southern thing because he was from Oklahoma. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But then we would, we would eat and then we would clean up. And again, it was just a really, 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 really long day.
I can only imagine. I mean, I've heard so many of your different.
Yeah, because then just like in a couple of weeks, then we would have to do it all over again for Christmas and Yule and everything. So it's like it started it. It was started on that point, and I'm like, oh, the holiday season is here, and I came to like hate the holiday season so much that I would get sick. I would get like physically sick every freaking morning when Christmas would come along. I would get like anxiety.
I can see that because I mean, you had a lot of tension within the family on your side
long of the day.
Yeah, everybody.
I like the way we do it. It's nice and casual and it's family oriented.
Yes.
I do remember one instance when I was leaving my friends. We used to go to Kimberly's all the time.
Yeah.
It was right. I was walking out. I just ate with her, and then Andrew was driving by, and he like slammed on the brakes, backed up, and he's like, "Come on, get in. We're gonna go to Kevin's." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, basically,
yeah.
Get in, bitch. We're going shopping. So I went from one dinner to another, and I got there, and I didn't even like know you. And your mom was like, "Oh, I need help with this. I need help cooking. I don't know what to do."
Yeah, that was.
And then another year, I went down to Bakersfield to be with your family, and it was at your mom's. And I got there, and she hadn't even started cooking it yet.
Yeah, I know. I remember. You had to help her with stuff.
I did the whole thing because she's like, "Well, I don't know what to do." And it's like, "Well, do you have a recipe?" And she's like, "No, I just like was gonna throw it." I'm like, "I'll do it." I'm like, "You're gonna ruin it. I'll do it." I have
a wow.
So yeah, I ended up doing that. Put it like. But
I know I was pretty well embarrassed at those points. It was like, she couldn't even.
I know, because it was like, I mean, I don't know. She was playing up the whole single mom thing, like really big at that point. And I was like, I'm not buying it, lady.
Yeah.
Like you're just lazy.
Not just lazy.
But yeah. That was a memorable one, going up and being with you guys, and
yeah,
that was cool
for sure.
And being with your dad and everything, those were good experiences. But as far as my own family, it was just always stressful.
Yeah, like I said, I remember a lot of those stories, and they were something else.
My dad could cook well, though.
That's good.
He was really good, and the chicken was always moist and everything.
Your mother was a pretty good cook too. When she did it.
Yeah, most of my recipes I got from her. The cheese snip chicken.
Yes.
And the enchiladas. Those are like the keynote things.
Yes, yeah, the enchiladas were bomb.
And I wouldn't even mess with it now. I don't even make the same recipe because it's like her recipe.
Yes.
So I changed the sauce to using green sauce instead of red sauce.
Well, there you go. I mean, be respectful about it.
Like, that's her recipe. I'm not gonna make her enchiladas.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what you could do is find one more video while I finish this up, and then I try and get a little bit of a video of us eating together. Maybe we'll have one last discussion, and then we'll move on.
Oh, God damn it.
Guru is gaming, by the way. If you want to go to check out his channel, he's got a lot of gaming stuff. Mostly Minecraft.
Nah.
Do we have anything from like JP or anything?
Okay, yeah, hold on.
The first one's here.
Maybe it's not political. I don't know. Maybe they're all political there.
I think it would be fun if we try stand up. It would be fun if we tried doing after this. We should try doing the horror packs again.
Here's one. It's a 15-minute one though.
That would be fun.
Okay.
But Liv gets brainwashed by the TV.
What is it?
Liv gets brainwashed by the TV.
Is it new?
3 months ago.
Oh no, it's the new ones.
I'm cool.
The newest one is "Don't Let the Door Hit You," Ellen.
All right, let's see what
next time. We should try doing like a smaller horror pack. It doesn't have so many horror mods in it.
And in recent days, it's even gotten so bad that local talk show host and strong woman Ellen DeGeneres has had to leave America for a gayer country, England.
Oh, Ellen leads America because Trump won, or is it because Diddy lost? Welcome back to the JP Rex channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out lies, hypocrisy, and corruption, while also highlighting the amazing work of other freedom fighters, because truth conquers. But you can't conquer anything unless you're strong. And luckily, here to help us get strong is Ancestral Supplements, grass-fed beef liver. Beef liver is nature's multivitamin. It makes your metabolism fast, energy high, and cravings low. I dare say it's time to get healthy and it's time to get strong with beef liver. Get yours at ancestralsupplements.com/JPReacts and use discount code JPReacts for 15% off.
ANCESTR.
So recently you might have been sitting around saying, oh my goodness, my life is in disorder. Ellen DeGeneres is leaving America. How can I cope? I need a safe space. A mean, wicked woman is leaving the country. Sayonara. What am I ever going to do? And of course, the published narrative around Ellen and her lady husband leaving America is because Trump won. Apparently, they don't want to live in a country full of renewed freedom and capitalism. They're looking for something a little more communistic, as UK has quickly become. You can see this headline in Vanity Fair. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi get the hell out of the US because of Trump. The comedian and her actress, let's not misgender this man-wife, relocated to Cotswolds and will put up their Montecito, California home on the market, according to reports. Nice. Well, also, according to reports, Ellen might be looking to flee the U.S. not because of Trump, but flee the U.S. while she still can, because she had close ties to Diddy. Now, due process of the law, I certainly believe in that. Innocent until proven guilty. Just because someone's accused of something doesn't mean they did the thing. However, because I'm a free thinker, I do believe in being suspicious of things that appear to be suspicious while respecting due process. So she had close ties to Diddy. She has a track record of having less than moral behavior, as she's had scandals of treating employees like absolute hell. And this is something Elon Musk retweeted with a little curious emoji. And this was an old tweet of Ellen's from 2016, where Ellen says, "Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs," or as I call him, Cuddle McSnuggles stuff. You don't need to know why. Tagging P. Diddy. You don't need to know why.
Wow.
Cuddle McSnuggles stuff. That sounds like they might have been close, doing snuggly things that nobody else needs to know why. But anyway, there's suspicious things out there. But nonetheless, America is better off, as Ellen has taken her sold out soul elsewhere. But more importantly, what do the people think? Well, our resident Ellen DeGeneres correspondent, comedian, friend of mine, Ryan Long, recently did a man on the street interview in New York, going around talking to people about Ellen like her leaving the country is a big deal. It's pretty hilarious. Let's take a look at it, because it's fun.
Strong woman Ellen DeGeneres has had to leave America for a gayer country, England.
Ellen left the country because maybe she got deported, maybe because she's a West Indian.
If you are going to have girls move out of the country, I would prefer there being lesbians, because once it's straight women moving out, well, now you're messing with my supply. You know what I mean? I just can't believe Ellen's actually gone. Ellen DeGeneres, she's left. She left America. She went to Britain, and she said she's never coming back.
I don't blame her. I'm ready to go to Canada.
Why do you want to go to Canada?
Well, guess.
Did Ellen leave America because of RFK's plans to ban hoagies? Did newsman Rachel Maddow having to take a pay cut make her go ballistic?
Newsman Rachel Maddow.
Strong woman, talk show host, brave. Ellen. Or that Ellen just didn't want to live in a country where Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. She might have left because, I don't know if you saw, but people were calling her mean on the internet. Like a few interns brought the coffee wrong and she spilled it in their face, stuff like that. They wanted a sick day and she said, you can have a suck day. And she did like a suck it sign or whatever like that. But if you're going to work for a strong woman, you should be expected to get sort of like abused and yelled at here and there, because she's dealing with stuff that other people don't have to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just not familiar with this.
You never worked with a strong woman ever, though?
I love Ryan's just improv, man on the street, fast talking. He's really concerned about Ellen. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first, the wellness company wants to make America healthy again. starting with you. From innovative supplements to keep you in optimal health to an array of emergency kits providing peace of mind during the unexpected. The Wellness Company has everything you need to give thanks to yourself and your family this season. And their biggest sale of the year, Black Friday deals, starts this Thanksgiving at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can save up to 25% on supplements, emergency kits, and memberships. All the well care you need delivered right to your door. This is the best time of year to stock up, grab your favorites, and enjoy the savings. Head to twc.health/JPReacts and enjoy the Black Friday deals. By the way, the sale ends Sunday, December 1st, so take advantage of this short window to stock up for you and your family. I think our health and our family's health should be at the top of our wish list this year. So head to twc.health/JPReacts. You can't put a price on your health this year.
I think being mean is a good boundary, you know, nowadays.
If you work for a strong woman, you should expect to be abused a little bit.
I don't call it abuse. Sometimes I have to speak louder to be heard.
Oh, sometimes you just have to like actually scream at them publicly and let these people know that if you f with her, there's going to be consequences and hell to pay. Right.
Can only assume she's a lovely person.
And you can still be a lovely person and, you know, yell at an intern here and there. Yeah. Mess up stuff on their desk, like gaslight them a little bit to assert dominance, I guess. But
It's probably not really that complicated or that big.
they're probably lazy and she's just,
They're probably just normal people.
or didn't get their work on time. And it's like, yeah, she's going to scream at you in front of everyone, obviously.
Maybe she's having a bad day.
She's having a bad day, and it might not be the first time this person tried to take like a day off for mental health.
What is this for?
Go, Ellen. Go, Ellen. Show. Ellen is very smart and talented.
Gay, obviously. Are you? Do you like being gay?
Of course.
Do you like being gay?
I like being feminine. Loving this woman. Hi, Mama.
There she is.
You're gorgeous.
What's your favorite part about being gay? Are you a fan of her personally?
Not personally, no. I mean,
why not?
I just haven't followed her really.
It has nothing to do with her being a lesbian.
Oh no. I just.
You do follow lesbians, just not that one.
I mean, I don't know if it's a good question about following lesbians.
You're fine with
friends,
yeah, but you're just not like when they're in entertainment, it's not your bag.
I just don't watch a lot of like general entertainment shows.
So it's not just, it has nothing to do with the lesbian thing. You're just in general. Apparently she's like a lesbian. Do you know what that is? What?
She prefers women.
To do what with?
Politically correct. It's not a preference. May not be a preference, but being politically correct. You can't say it's a preference. It's not a choice.
What does she do with these women that you're talking about?
Keep going.
You don't want to say what Ellen's doing with the women?
No, I want to pick my show for today.
But you know what she's doing with the women, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what? What is it?
From Miami, from Eden.
Some people say in Florida they're banning books. Is that
Whatever is not suitable for different ages should be censored.
I had a situation in my own house where my girlfriend was banning all these books. She said I wasn't allowed to read The Game anymore. She said I wasn't allowed to read The Mystery Method. And Neil Strauss is like a very established author. If I called her, would you be willing to tell her not to
do that on you? No.
As I chatted with some of my best friends in the world, I started to realize that maybe we lost strong woman Ellen.
We have lost strong woman Ellen. Ellen, if you happen to be a viewer of my channel, be sure to like and subscribe, share this with friends. And Ellen, I also want you to know, it would be a joy to never have you back. I hope you're just escaping whatever you need to escape, whether it's imagined or the reality. Hello, P. Diddy birthday tweet. But nonetheless, Ellen, you will not be missed.
Wow.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And also shout out to Ryan Long. Please check out his YouTube channel. Follow him on social media. He's Ryan Long Comedy. He is a great comedian and excellent interviewer on the street. So let me know in the comments below what you think of Ellen leaving America. What do you think her reason actually is? I'd love to actually hear what you think on that. And I look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay gone, Ellen.
That way they know what you're talking about.
Okay, there we go. I finally died. That sucks. All right. Let me finish the recording.
I've got this stuff for us, and we can all just take a moment.
Which lazy?
If we can find it real quick, it's the one
Okay, there we go.
about
The recording's over.
Ellen.
I get to edit that and post it later. Now let me. Okay. Let me send you a horror pack real quick that we can try.
Is it actual lazy or lazy?
You know, I don't know.
I made my own word pack. I'm gonna end my live real quick, so I can get it short.
Okay.
And it's
And then we can just sit together.
Yeah,
and
it's a
just for a few minutes and finish it up that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the only way to not.
Maybe.
You hear him?
Maybe. If he lets me.
Okay, all set. Okay. Give me a second.
Okay, let me find actual because I don't see it in lazy.
Right. What? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Actual lazy.
I'm almost done here now. So.
Almost. I just gotta see. It's 21 minutes long.
Yeah. All right.
I just found it, but
Yeah,
all right,
sure,
ladies and
a little
gentlemen.
bit if you want it, okay.
All right, I'll put on the Ellen, and then
That way I can get him over here.
we'll end it here in just a little bit. Thank you for joining us,
Yeah,
and
let me.
comment all your guys' answers to the questions that we've asked throughout this whole thing. So let us know what your favorite traditions are, what you do, all that stuff. What?
Can you hold him?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Thank you everyone for coming to my show.
Here.
Oh, and remember everyone, be kind to one another. I just flew all the way from France. Can I please get an autograph?
There, look up.
Get out of here, little baguette sperm. We're live. Remember everyone, be kind to one another. So Mariah, thanks for coming to my show. I've heard rumors that you're not a virgin anymore and you're loaded. You know, someone dumped a load. You're pregnant. You're pregnant, right? Pregnant. I'm not pregnant. What are you talking about?
And then.
Really now? Well, perfect, because we're gonna be celebrating for absolutely no reason with some 99% alcohol champagne.
I have a picture.
Here you go.
There's a picture.
I can't really drink after 5 p.m. because I turn into a pumpkin. Yeah. I'll donate $50 million to the Anti-Lunchly organization to help kids eat healthier lunches. Fine, I'll do it for the kids. Okay, I'm pregnant. I'm actually pregnant. I'm not going to be drinking this. Okay, cool. We're still drinking though. Ellen, I just told you I'm pregnant. I can't drink. I know, but I offered you a drink and you refused it. That's not nice. Ellen, how do I say this in a gay way? I can't slay alcohol. My inner diva is pregnant with a fabulous mini-me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a sassy little fetus voguing inside of me, and I gotta keep him hydrated with iced lattes only. As I said, remember everyone, be nice. Happy Halloween! Is it even Halloween yet? You know what else came with Halloween? Ellen DeGeneres. It's been 4 years since the disappearance of Ellen DeGeneres, and when the world didn't need her the most, she came back. I'm gonna need a drink for this. So the Ellen DeGeneres show was under an investigation by the Warner Media like 4 years ago, I believe. And the show being canceled, I'm just gonna assume that most of these allegations were allegedly true. Netflix decided to give her her own show, and God, was it bad. Not that I watched the whole thing, but the snippets that I've watched, it was bad.
All right, well, let me catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last.
Yeah, the allegations.
Decided to take up gardening. I got chickens. Let me see what else I can tell you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have food. We're just going to spend the last minutes with you guys as we are just here. Take that off. Just scoot it back.
And that way, not the other way.
Like that?
No, a little bit
No,
that
because I gotta.
Yeah,
I gotta fit
you're
in.
next to me.
Yes, it's.
So that way a little bit. Okay. No, you cannot see. You're
Barely
just
see
a
it.
hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now Dad's
I'm good.
No, he's good.
better.
Yep. Look at them.
Alrighty.
Us as a family.
You got the. Good. No, you didn't eat very much. Taking it. Taking
Take
the
the
whole
whole-
thing. Now
This
it's
is-
yours.
So take it.
I'm gonna hold it for you.
What? Pass some most around.
Guru said that he wouldn't be eating on stream.
We tricked him.
He's very modest. Usually he'll eat and be like,
Yeah.
it's okay. Believe it or not, this is one of the things I'm grateful for. How was your day?
That's fun.
This is Thanksgiving mock style.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's mine.
Mom, you did not eat hers.
I defeated your brother. You never my biscuit, man.
You don't want to know what she did to me one time when I tried to take some of his brother.
You don't?
Butter knife. Gave me a scar right there.
I did too.
Try to take my food away and come on. No
Took my food away, Mom.
food. Came over the hill, drove bucket bike. We didn't get anybody in the chat.
Oh, we got Sancho.
We got Sancho in the chat.
We had some.
But he left again.
I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving today.
I just love doing the action and seeing myself on TV.
Oh, hey, it's us.
Hmm?
And that's what I'm saying up there.
Bending this way. Let's see. It looks. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
They still got a
It's
lot.
good. Good.
So we can't eat this.
We have
then-
most.
I'm
mindful.
You're full already?
Alright.
Yeah, I'm sure. You just want to go play.
I'm trying to record.
Okay.
Are they cut?
No. You want anything else before you go?
You like biscuit. See, I'm thankful for this.
It's a good one.
Me too. I'm thinking of this too.
All right, I release you. Go.
Two hands.
Two finger bow to.
Yep. Came over. Oh, rugged leg.
We're still in a hole. Broke his leg. I died there.
Okay.
All right. I was me eating with my wrong hand.
Hello.
The dog bowl.
No, my hair.
Oh, okay.
I did stay up. And most has hair now.
He does already.
Oh, it's so light. Though.
Okay.
Look at that. Oh, light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Not a white boy, a light boy.
I'm so glad that the neighbors came through. We had sides and stuff like that. Otherwise, it would have just been like, what, turkey and potatoes?
No.
We're monks, of course we're messy.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
I know.
It's like.
It's me.
How are you?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this after Thanksgiving, I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving. Great family time.
Okay.
And we will see you on Friday for, I'm not sure what special will be Friday.
I just realized something else happened.
Probably why
Tomorrow.
Probably why you're not sleeping with me anymore.
Probably. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste.
Okay, I'm trying to find another mod pack that could possibly work for us.
And we can eat
I don't
in
know.
peace.
Is eaten pieces.